Last mod on the Dirt Road Special amp section. I can go over some of the mods I did here. And I would not suggest this one. EHX uses the ground plane on the circuit board as part of the heat sinking capability, and I didn't realize that when I had two CPU heat sinks that I modified. I had two of the same ones, so I just cut them, you know, not quite in half, but enough so I got, you know, clearance. You can see the edge there. They're just below the surface, so it doesn't touch off on the shielding. But anyways, this I had to take away a little bit of the ground plane to get these so they don't short out, because I had blue fuses with putting those in there. But it is a lot more area, and the amp is when it's mounted in the modified cabinet, it's up like this, so it's convecting like a chimney, which is good. You know, it'll work just fine. And then I got a spike suppressor in there, and I put in a thermal reset breaker, and I took the fuse out of here, and I just super glued that shut. But I can just reach in and hit the thermal reset, this because I got to run this thing wide open. And there's just a couple of mods there, and then my little clipping diodes right here, these two Zener diodes on that first op feedback loop, and they're not really clipping as much as turning down the op amp like it's clipping soft, but it's like a soft clip, but it turns down the gain on the op amp at the tops of the peaks of the waves in a soft clip fashion, so that'll keep that first op from clipping, so I can run it freaking hard like a tube amp. And then let's see, what else did I do here? I think that's it. The spike suppressor, and then I had this problem with the circuit board. You know, the speakers are pretty powerful magnets on those two speakers now, and a lot of flux around the board. And if the board moves even just a little bit, if it vibrates even a little bit, you can hear it. So what I had to do, and this is the last mod, was put these aluminum angle pieces on here, and I JB welded them and pop rivet them with stainless pop rivets onto there. And then this is that stuff they put on car doors for, like, to keep your audio system from shaking your panels in your car. I put that on there, and I got these pop riveted and JB welded on, so it's like a nice and rigid now. So my circuit board shouldn't move, because this is where the standoffs are. The area that the standoffs are in is where one of these is, each of them. And then there's standoffs down here too, but there's that angle in the sheet, so it should be pretty solid now. And then I got this is the aluminum. I don't know, I think I probably showed this before in another video, that aluminum piece there. But and then I got holes here to pull air, and then holes here to let the hot air out, so it kind of flows air better. I should be able to run this thing wide open non-stop now, because I got those 250-watt speakers, and they are like later breakup, but they have more bottom end. A lot of bottom end to them. And then the cabinet, the way I have the cabinet, it's not an open back anymore. It's kind of like it's a damped open back, but it's more constricted, so it's a lot of pressure in there. Anyways, that's my wide open mod for my Dirt Road Special.